Hi everyone, welcome to my members program. I offer 3 tiers. Tier 1 is monthly predictions with some extra transit analysis videos. Tier 2 has exclusive pickacard readings that I don't post on my main channel. Tier 3 is astrology, remedies, and more esoteric knowledge. And how to heal our planets, how to learn tarot as well, how to start your own YouTube channel. These are some of the videos I've recently posted. So please join our members community. Thank you. Hello group number 1, welcome to today's reading. My name is Shashi. If you're new here, not that I mentioned my name otherwise, because recently someone was asking me in the comments what's your name. So I thought let me just mention it. So yeah, welcome to my channel. I'm more of an intuitive reader and I incorporate a lot of astrology into my readings, Vedic astrology to be specific. So I hope you guys like that. That's why I named my channel after a zodiac sign, just to give you that hint that I talk about astrology. So today's reading is who is your future spouse. I'm just going to be looking into the energy of your person, what kind of a person they are, so you have a better understanding and idea of who you're kind of looking for. And if you like this video, let me know if the feedback is good, if I get a lot of views on it, means people are liking it. I might do a part 2 on I'm thinking maybe what energy you will be in when you meet this person, or how you will meet the person. So I can do like a follow-up reading to this one as a part 2. So let me know what are your thoughts on that. Leave your feedback if you do enjoy it. And yeah, let's get on with the reading. You picked this card, turtle. I'm going to take a few and we'll talk about those. Then we look at the other cards. By the way, talking about astrology, I'm going to be starting a new series on my members program on tier 3 about how to heal your planets. So I'm starting that soon. If you're interested, you can join. And if you just want to support my channel, you can also join, because I do notice that some people, they have joined but they don't really watch any content on there. They're just doing it to support the channel. So yeah, keep that in mind. All the links will be in the description. So let's start your reading. We have the turtle, obviously, water element here. We have Lord. This is a nice one to see in a future spouse reading. We have the Hangman. This also came out in the last reading that I did in one of the piles. And also we have the Temple. I like this card. A lot of green I'm noticing so far. So maybe strong Mercury with this person. Or they maybe there's some synastry with your Mercury and the person's Mercury. They could have Mercury in a water sign also, I'm getting. The person could also be a Sagittarius ascendant. This temples are usually connected to the 9th house or the sign of Sagittarius. It's also connected with the praying, so it's making me think of that. And the opposite is also a Mercury sign. That's why I'm picking up this Jupiter Mercury. Anyway, talking about the cards, first of all, the turtle talks about an old person, a wise person, someone who's intelligent, someone who's wise. The person could be more traditional. They could also be a family person, maybe strong family values, very close to their family maybe. Or they could have also like a prominent family. Maybe they come from a rich family. Something about family legacy could be there. So that's one thing I'm getting. Wise, mature person. They could come across as a lot older than they are. Old soul. That's what I'm picking up. I'm also getting strong earth with this pile. Turtle talks about earth and water. Both are more heavier signs. They talk about a person who's more responsible, more dependable, grounded sort of a person. Someone you can depend on. Maybe more slow moving, slow to commit. Something like that, slow moving person. Usually people who take a little bit of time to commit, it's because their word has that weight. They have that heaviness, because once they commit, they're totally committed. They don't change their mind easily like the air or fire signs. So with this, I'm picking up the energy of a more responsible sort of a person, grounded, someone you can depend on, trustworthy, sincere, They could have strong family values. They could be traditional also, and they could be religious also, maybe spiritual. Hangman is also connected to Pisces energy. It's more of that water element again coming through. So I was picking that strongly. Pisces, Sagittarius, and the opposite zodiac signs are Gemini and Virgo. So far that's what I'm picking up. Turtle also makes me feel like a person is slow to open up. Maybe they hide their feelings with this shell. So protective sort of a person. The person could be protective of you as well. And I'm also getting a lot of, it's reminding me of the Pentacles suit in tarot. That's what I'm getting. Maybe you could meet at a temple. You could have mutual people that have some, maybe because of some spiritual practice that you do, or I don't know, maybe you're from the same religion also. Something about temple here, maybe bringing you together. Maybe one person manifesting the other, meeting at the temple, or having mutual people who are very religious. Something like that could be there. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. Even here, I see this shell with the turtle. I see this bat kind of wrapped up. So again, it's making me think of a person who's a little closed off initially. Maybe they'll take a little bit of time to open up. So that's the kind of personality this person has. They're slow to open up. They don't probably wear their emotions on the sleeves. Deep person, with this water element, deep person. You have to dig deep. You have to build a connection. You have to give it a little bit of time. With earth and water, it's slow moving. So you have to invest some time and effort into this connection before things kind of blossom, or maybe the person commits. That's what I'm getting so far. With the Lord also, maybe, like I said, they could come from money. They could have a legacy or something like this, or the person could come across as a very regal sort of a person. So they could have good money, they could have a good reputation, a big name, something like this. But yeah, someone that commands respect, and they could be doing really well in their career also. So a settled sort of a person, maybe they're looking to settle down, something like this. It could be more of like a traditional setup also. Maybe you come together because of your parents or something like that. It could be more traditional also. Let's see. Let's keep going. Is it crooked, the camera? Not really sure. I hope it's okay. Here we have some nakshatras, and if anyone's looking for some, what do you call it? Confirmation, yeah. We have Shavana. This falls in Capricorn, if I'm not wrong. We have Purva Shada, again Sagittarius energy. Let's keep these here. So good listener, like I said, they're more passive, they don't really spill their guts. So they'll be good at listening. Shavana is connected to the ear. And maybe for those of you, if you're Indian, maybe the person could be like a Vishnu Bhakt, Krishna Bhakt, it's connected to Vishnu, Shavana Nakshatra. So maybe one of those avatars of Vishnu Bhagwan. That's one thing. With Purva Ashada, it does talk about here it says fan. These are the symbols. So what fan talks about is a person where the fame is wide. You fan the fame. It spreads wide. So a person who has a name, very much like this Lord card, a person who could be successful. Purva Shada also is connected to, Purva is earlier. So someone who gets early victories or gets a foot in, let's say they belong to this rich family or something like this. So a person who's tasting success from early on. That could be a theme with the person. Let's keep moving. We have Cancer. We have Jupiter and the first house. So the person could have Jupiter in the first house. I was picking up strong Jupiter already. And we have Cancer also. Oh wow, I didn't even realize this. I don't know why when I think of Cancer, I always think of Mars getting debilitated in Cancer, because I have this placement, so I tend to think of that first, and I forget that Jupiter is actually exalted in Cancer. So yeah, this person has Jupiter exalted. They're a wise person. So all the things connected to Jupiter are really strong with this person. What that means is the person could be, first of all, very wise, intelligent person, can be slightly more orthodox, traditional, especially as they grow older. maybe early on in their life they're more of maybe involved in different cultures and foreign cultures, not following their family roots and stuff like that. But as they grow old, they'll become more traditional. They'll get more connected to their roots, to traditions. Maybe they're into studying about more ancient texts, more ancient knowledge. A person who talks about different cultures of different countries, how we came about. So it's more connected with our ancient knowledge, instead of, let's say, something like Rahu, which is about creation, invention, something new. Jupiter is more so our roots and traditions, traditional knowledge. First house, Jupiter being in the first, person can be this important person, someone who has a big reputation in society. They can be single also. Jupiter being in the first makes it, they can find success in relationship, yes, but a lot of the time you would find that a person with Jupiter in first, they could be single. They find it hard to have a relationship for the long term. That's one thing. Anyway, I don't want to harp too much on that. But yeah, the person is wise. They could have a little bit of a yellow color in their skin tone also. That happens with Jupiter. They could have like golden eyes also. They could have like a broad body. They can also be tall with Jupiter, but heavy body. And it makes it easier to gain weight. With Jupiter people, they can be heavier, so they gain weight easily. They could be fond of eating sweets also. With Cancer and Jupiter being there, maybe their work requires them to travel a lot. But exalted Jupiter does talk about a person who has the natural capability to spread wisdom, to talk. When they speak, they say important things. They're a wise person, and a lot of people could listen to them. Especially with Jupiter's influence, people are natural teachers. They're good at teaching people, showing them the way. Especially, it's not just about teaching a skill. It's about, how do I explain this? But a person who's wise, it's not about intelligence. There's a difference between intelligence and wisdom. So this person is wise. This person could be also someone who maybe likes to travel. They can be a foodie. I'm really twisted over this camera. Is it? I don't know. It's looking weird here. They can be foodie. They could be fond of traveling. And optimistic sort of a person. Jupiter is connected to optimism. Saturn is pessimism. So Cancer energy is connected to our emotional mind, our emotional feelings. So a person who's normally cheerful, very optimistic, they are light-hearted. You feel very light in their energy. This is a person who spreads happiness, joy. They help people, they give good advice, they give good counsel to other people. A lot of people could come to this person asking for advice, asking for some sort of a help. Very generous person. They can also be a little too optimistic sometimes. With Jupiter exalted. Yeah, let's keep going. I feel like I went on too long. But these are some of the placements. Maybe the person has Cancer ascendant. They could have Mercury or Jupiter ruled zodiac ascendants. They could have Jupiter in the first house. Or a lot of planets in Jupiter signs. They could also have Moon and Jupiter conjunction. They could be born on a Thursday also. Anyway, let's keep going. We have resolving conflicts. So again, a person who gives advice, a person who brings people together. It's positive energy. It's about bringing people together and having that love for people. It's a fourth house, which is fourth and fifth are connected to love. Fourth is more about emotional upliftment or feeling emotionally satisfied. So Jupiter being in fourth also makes a person responsible and religious at home. So they could belong to a religious family. That is also possible. But your person is, they have a nice nature. They want to, they don't want to harp on the negative emotions or gossip or anything like that. They don't want to indulge in that. They always want to speak good and help people and make a positive impact on people. That's what I'm getting so far. They could be good at bringing people together. So maybe this is the peacemaker in the friend group. That sort of a thing. Or they could have a job where they're bringing couples together, maybe some therapy or something that they do to help people. Or they could have a job connected with teaching for sure, or travel or food could also be possible. Or they could come from money, independent, or not independent, but like a family business that they're running. Here we have do-to value. So rich person who has good money. We have awaiting results. This is 7 of Pentacles. Again, it talks about growth, how things are coming together. Lots of earth energy, as I was getting even earlier in this pile. Lots of earth, grounded person. So they could be someone who's optimistic, they're sweet with their speech. They could be romantic also, but it's just they have good energy. So you feel good in their presence. It's not that they will be overly flirtatious with you, but the person will make you feel nice. They might even cook for you or take you out to like a nice restaurant or something like that. Maybe their love language could be giving gifts or spending quality time. Next up, we have family. Number 5. This image reminds me of Mangal, actually, Mars, because we have monkeys which are connected with Mars. The person could be maybe even a Hanuman Bhakt, Hanumanji, the monkey god. They could have maybe Jupiter and Mars conjunction. Maybe they could have Mars in Cancer also, debilitated Mars. So maybe a person who works out. Not every single message will be for you, so take the one that resonates with you, ignore the rest. Okay, so with this family, again, family is prominent with this person, or maybe their family's opinion or approval is important to this person. Something about family is coming through very strongly with this pile. 4th house is also the mother, so mother could have a great influence on this person. But either way, either they live with their family, they need the family's approval, they come from big money, a big name, big reputation, something like this could be there with the person. So they could have strong family values, or also looking to settle down, start their own family, right? So for tarot, you got 8 of coins. So again, more coins. We see a person crying here. So I get this image with this card is a person who's hardworking and person who doesn't shy away from hard work. Lots of perseverance, lots of hard work. This person could also maybe hold back their tears. They might not show that side to you, but they could be someone who helps other people in their times of need but struggles internally or secretly. Hard worker could be a workaholic also, or they enjoy hard work. They don't want things easy. That's one thing I'm getting with this 8 of coins. Hard worker, committed sort of a person, and they follow through on their promises. We have King of Coins here, more earth energy. This is again talking about a person who's stable, grounded. They could have good money. I don't know, I'm just getting this image again and again of a person who wants to settle down, start a family, or they're looking for something serious. They could be older than you. They could be an age gap maybe, or they come across someone as really old or wise, because they're so mature. You'll be like, wow, how is this person only let's say 27? You'll be like, how is this person only 27? They sound like a 35-year-old or something like that. But grounded individual. Again, we see turtle. Wow, I didn't even notice that. We got the turtle again, right? And in this deck we don't have a lot of animals, and I think this is the only card in the entire tarot deck that has the turtle on it, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think this is the only one. Wow, you got 1 out of 78. How crazy is that? And 1 out of however many cards that are in this deck. How crazy. Wow. So turtle is important. Maybe the person owns a turtle. Some people even wear turtle rings, if you've noticed. Some people wear that. It's, I think, I don't know, some sort of a remedy, astrological remedy, I don't know, but I've seen people wear turtle rings. Or let's say maybe you meet the person, they're wearing a turtle t-shirt, or they have a t-shirt like that. I don't know. Somehow the turtle could be prominent, or they could say it's my spirit animal or something like that. I don't know. but it's for you to figure out. But definitely it's prominent. It's come out in 2 different decks, so it means something for sure. And finally we have Justice. So Libra energy, a person who treats people fairly. They're someone who believes in karma, so they treat people with respect. They want to be treated with respect. They could even stand up for other people's right, and they're also have good discernment. So this is not a person who will give you advice and be like a yes man. They'll tell you how it is and be nice and gentle. They'll give you the straight advice. So a person who's actually looking out for you, not trying to be nice to you, but helping you come out of a distressful situation. Yeah. So strong sense of justice with this person and strong karma. Again, if a person is religious, they will have these values of the Justice card. And again, it does talk about, because it's Libra energy, so I do connect it with the relationships and love. So perhaps a person looking for relationship, someone who's looking for equal treatment, and they'll have certain also maybe boundaries, certain what are the terms, or no, I can't think of the word, but certain things they're looking for. So they'll be very upfront about it. Hey, this is what I'm looking for. Let's be on the same page. So something like that I'm picking with this person. But yeah, that was the overall reading. I hope you liked it. I hope it made sense, and leave your feedback. Please let me know what are your thoughts. If you want a part 2, let me know. And if you like my videos, you want to support my channel, please consider becoming a member. If you're looking to book a reading with me, you can find the link in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Shashi. I'm more of an intuitive reader, and I incorporate a lot of astrology into my readings, Vedic astrology to be specific. I thought let me give an intro because I never do that, and sometimes I get questions about what's my name and stuff like that. So starting with an intro today, something different. So today's reading is who is your spouse. So we'll be looking into the person's energy, their personality, what they're going to be like. If you're interested, if you like the video and I get a good positive feedback, I might do a part 2 where we can look into, let's say, how you'll meet the person or what energy you will be in, something like that. So it's a rough idea, we'll see. However, depends if this video does well. Usually love or relationship videos don't get as many views on my channel. So let's see how it goes. This is the card you chose. We have Gazelle, fire element, and we see the sun in the back. Looks like kind of like a, I don't know if it's the sun, but it's giving me the image of the sunset. So we'll take a few cards and then talk about the rest later. You also got Merchant, Mercury energy. We have Death, Scorpio energy. So far we're getting Mars and Mercury. We have the Box. I'm trying to remember if there's a planet that's connected with the square shape. Mars is triangle. Mercury is kind of an arrow. I'm trying to think, is there a square? I think Jupiter, probably, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about these cards that we have right in front of us. It's not in frame. So with the Gazelle, it talks about a person who is always on the lookout, always, checking their surroundings. There's a bit of nervousness that I'm sensing with this person. So what it could mean is maybe the person has a crush on you when you meet, and they could feel a little nervous in your presence. They could feel like they're on edge, or they could have that habit of maybe being a little nervous. We do have fire energy, so maybe more fire and air with this person. Mercury is also connected to Gemini, which is air, so maybe more fire and air in their chart. That's prominent. That's why the person could have that habit of being a little timid, or just looking around, not the most grounded sort of a person. They could be more artistic, more creative with this Gazelle energy. They could find inspiration and then draw something. They could be very graceful, good looking. It does give beauty, this card. And they could have a lot of suitors as well, a lot of people interested in this person. The person could also have this habit of maybe they need a lot of stimulation. They could get bored easily, or they frequently like to travel. They cannot sit still. Certain people are like that. They like to move around. They want to talk about a million things. They could even maybe talk very fast. Something about this person where they're a little bit airy and that fiery temperament. That's what I'm picking up. So they need a little bit of grounding, I feel. More water and earth. Maybe that's what you bring into the picture. But yeah, the person, I feel like they will be good at conversation with this Mercury energy here. Person who's good at charming other people. They always get the... what's the word I'm looking for? But with the merchant, it talks about, a give and take, like a transaction. So what this talks about is a person who will get a fair deal for himself. So someone who is so charming that they'll impress you and they'll get their way. This is the energy of the person. Fun to talk to, very charismatic, very charming. Especially the conversation is could be really stimulating because it's Mercury element which is being highlighted. I'm also getting Mrigashira Nakshatra energy from this gazelle because the symbol is deer. So it's making me think of that. They could have also very pretty eyes. They could be attractive with this Scorpio energy, attractive person. Naturally, people are drawn towards this person because they're interesting and exciting. Compared to, let's say, the first pile, which was more earth and water. This is the pile where the person gets a lot of attention. They're attractive. People are interested in this person. They're a little unpredictable also. Even though the box does talk about predictability, I think the person could restrict themselves. Maybe they hold themselves back somehow. With this box, I think the person they have a lot of potential, maybe untapped potential. Maybe they have a regular job or something, and they have these hobbies that they're really good at those hobbies, and maybe there's a hidden desire to pursue that as a career or something like that. They might put themselves in a box. They might limit their own capabilities, and maybe they're a little insecure or just a little nervous to put themselves out there. Very flighty sort of a person. But I think definitely talented, definitely gifted, good looking, interesting, exciting, fun to be around. It's just maybe they put themselves in the box. They need to kind of step outside of it. That's what I'm getting. Or they could be someone who's... I'm actually getting placements in Virgo. Maybe Venus in Virgo or Mercury in Virgo. Those sort of people with that sort of placement, they're very nitpicky, very critical. So they could be very harsh on themselves. They could be very critical. And such people actually do really well with competition. And they're better than they think they are. Other people see the talent. They might be hard on themselves. And they have a very detailed eye for detail. Talented person. And they have high standards, very high standards, and a person with like a checklist. I need this, I need this, I need this. Or they could be like, okay, I have to do things in a very particular way, in a very particular order. So they could be restrictive like that. They put rules and norms on themselves because they just expect the best from themselves, and they have high standards. And I don't know, this is how they feel they're in control. Certain people have OCD. It's because doing those certain things makes them feel in control. So it doesn't have to be a negative. It's just the person expects the best, and they could have certain, maybe, I don't know, like certain people, they go to the movies, they'll be like, okay, I'll go and watch whatever. And then there'll be people, okay, I'm gonna watch all the trailers, I'm gonna find the best movie that I want to see, and I'll go watch it with this particular friend because they'll enjoy it. People who just go through all these hoops, and they're just very particular. That's how they like to do things. It's not a bad way. Everyone is different. So that's what I'm getting so far. It's a charming person. Nonetheless, I'm picking up these idiosyncratic idiosyncratic behavior for whatever reason. Maybe you will find it charming. or you'll notice it about this person. That's why maybe I'm harping on it so much, because you'll notice it right away, and it'll make you understand, oh, maybe this could be the one. But overall, the energy is nice of this person. And usually we attract the kind of person that we are. So maybe you have some of this, because we have the same placements, right? The person you're gonna end up marrying, there'll be some conjunction, there'll be some opposition of planets, or some aspect going on. So it's the same sort of energy that you carry, right? So yeah, it's not bad in any way. For nakshatras, anyone looking for those, we have Pusha and we have Uttarashada. Do I keep it at the top? No. So this is Sagittarius. This falls in Sagittarius and Capricorn cusp. This is Cancer. Cancer, right? Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha. Yeah, it's Cancer, middle of Cancer. So a person who's abundant, usually Pushya is one of the most auspicious nakshatras. A person who's gifted, person who's very wise, person who's also can be good looking. We have the flower here. So good looking, blessed, abundant. Uttarashada is a person who's a warrior. They fight, they achieve big things in life. They fight for what they believe in. So they could have strong morals and principles also that they don't budge from. And they could be good looking with Pushya, or they could be blessed, like they have resources and maybe good money also. They could wear gold also with Pushya. There's a gold association. They could also be a businessman with the merchant. Maybe they travel a lot. There is some connection with traveling here also, moving about. They could also have a tendency to get stalked by other people. So they could have people fangirling, fanboying over them, obsessed with them, but they're not interested. The person could also be hard to get commitment out of, in the sense that they don't commit. They might not have long-term relationships. We got a buzz on the phone. Someone who maybe feels a little tied down in relationships, so they are looking for a partner that will give them a little bit more independence. So a person who's maybe not dated a lot, or they like to stay independent, they like to stay single. Obviously you'll end up marrying the person, so, or you'll marry a person like this, so of course they'll see something in you. But I'm just saying that this person usually doesn't date a whole lot. That's what I'm getting. Next up we have Mercury. So I was getting Mercury already with the merchant. We have 7th house. We have Neptune. So those of you who do follow Western astrology, maybe you want to look at Neptune. We have Pisces, which is also kind of connected to Neptune if I'm not wrong. So Mercury in Pisces gets debilitated. That's why I'm saying the person could have like a checklist. They could be a little they have tendency to overthink. And that checklist wala thing is just perfect for Mercury in Pisces. You forget logic in Pisces. Logic doesn't work. So you have to kind of go with the flow, listen to your intuition, let it guide you. And if you're more spiritual, I think person will learn a lot from you. And they'll learn to go with the flow. Instead of dealing with this debilitated Mercury, I think they'll start to channel it in such a way that it works for them. Neptune is that energy of just, going with it. They could have a good imagination also. A person maybe who channels stuff. They could be a writer. They could be very artistic. I feel like they have that artistic flair, or something about the way the person expresses themselves, even with let's say something as silly as posting a picture on the internet, or writing something down, writing a caption. There's something about this person that's ethereal, that's unique, that's different, that stands out. Very artistic. Mercury in 7th can give that tendency to, again, they have a lot of options. So they're like, okay, they don't have to commit to one. One person doesn't stand out. Eventually, obviously, you have to keep in mind that this is a spouse reading. But Mercury in 7th house can give you that double mind, not being sure, should I settle down, is this the person, that sort of tendency is there. Mercury gives multiplicity, it gives options. So a lot of people could be after this person. They could be good looking, like I said. So yeah, they could get a lot of attention. And the person could have Pisces in the 7th, that would give them Virgo ascendant. Or they could have Pisces ascendant, they could have Virgo in the 7th. They could have Mercury in the 1st house. They could have Mercury Neptune conjunct. What else? Debilitated Mercury. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing so far. Maybe planets in these nakshatras also. Maybe ascendant there or something. Maybe Mercury being there. Next up we have sexual freedom, number 30. So I feel like there will be a certain level of intimacy that they share with you that will be something they've not experienced before. Because I don't know, this card makes me think of intimacy on all the levels. So I feel like maybe the person was shy, or they didn't want to get involved too much. They wanted to keep that space and distance with their prospective partners. But there's something about you where they just experience something different. Even with Pisces, this is more of a spiritual sort of a sign. 12th house is connected to our intuition. It's connected to, I don't know, even our dreams. So maybe some signs and synchronicities the person picks up. Something about you that feels special. Even the 7th house coming up, this is the house of partnership, spouse. So something about you where they feel like, oh, this is the one. This is my partner. They feel very free in your presence. They feel like they're at ease with this gazelle energy. Earlier I was picking up, it was more so about being stalked, being nervous, feeling nervous, and always being on edge. But with you, there's this comfort. Their love language could also be physical touch. I'm seeing holding hands here and obviously embracing here. So their love language could be touch for sure. But they feel very complete. There's something about, here also we see a couple looking at each other. Here we see the same image. There's something about you where they feel an instant connection or a deep connection, or they feel like you're very similar to them. Something about feeling understood, heard. Something about you is special that stands out to this person. So maybe the person is interested in you before you're interested in them. That's why I was picking up that nervous energy also earlier. Next up we have number 44, woman holding a heart. So this could signify you if you catch feelings for the person. This can also talk about whoever this person is. They could be highly romantic. Maybe they don't show it, they don't express it, but they are like that, or they will be like that with you. And this also is again that message coming up again, that having a lot of people interested in them. Lots of people offering their heart to this person, being interested in this person. Here we have the 9 of Cups, dreams coming true. So this will be like a dream connection. You would this is like fulfillment of your highest desires. And again, this image feels very much, I don't know, like coming together, something special, something magical. It's showing the universe. It's like fated. You will see some magical things, some synchronicities that won't make sense to you. With Pisces and Neptune coming up, you will be like, how is this happening? That's what I'm getting here. Next up we have life purpose, number 22. The numbers could be significant, by the way. So this is like a doorway opening. Something about the person entering your life and then things kind of change. That's one message I'm getting with this card. Second thing I'm getting is your life purpose. Something about you finding your life purpose, or maybe the person finds their life purpose once you enter into each other's life. There's something about, I don't know, some eventful stuff happening. Some major things will happen once you meet. Crazy things will happen and you will be like, wow, where did this come from? And this is connected to the throat chakra, blue color, right? So again, conversation is important. Something about you to communicating. You'll really connect through that. You could also connect through a mutual friend. Mercury can be friend also. Or you could connect through maybe some app also where you text or you talk a lot. This could also talk about maybe starting out as friends. Mercury is friendship. Or maybe the person says, friendship really matters to me. Something like that, you know. Finally, for tarot, you got King of Swords. So more air element coming through. Person who maybe they build their intuition over time, but with King of Swords, this is a person who's more logical, practical. Maybe that's why they didn't date anyone, because they're this more cold or dry sort of a person. But with you, they kind of warmed up. And Mercury in debilitation can also give that overthinking, you know, not trying to be more logical. But when it comes to you, they kind of let the logic go out the window. We have the Sun. Here also we had this sunset image. So a person who will be light, bright, they would have good energy. You would feel light in their presence and you will feel happy. Sun is connected to happiness. You will also feel more confident. I feel like this is particularly about this person, because they're the one who's timid and a little nervous. With you or your approval, they will feel more of this confidence coming in. So their self-esteem will rise. And I'm also getting this message of traveling a lot. Maybe it could be a long distance also. And we see this bird face. So again, Mercury element. I usually don't notice that with this card, but yeah, Mercury element is strong between the two of you. Finally, we have Ace of Cups. So beginning of something new. You know, this will be a fresh new start. Something about maybe the person going through a heartbreak also. Maybe when they meet you, circumstances are such that the two of you cannot come together. There has to be a little bit of break, a little bit of waiting period. With this death, something coming to an end, and then the beginning happens. That's another message I'm getting, very specific. So yeah, these are some of the scenarios you could experience. I hope you like the reading, and leave your feedback. If you like my content, you want to support my channel, please consider becoming a member. I'll be posting videos on astrology soon, how to heal your planets. So that's a new series I'm starting soon. So if you're interested, join the tier 3 of membership, or if you just want to support my channel, you can join any tier that you like. And for those of you who are interested in booking a reading, you can find the links in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Hello group number 3, welcome to my channel. My name is Shashi. I'm more of an intuitive tarot reader. I incorporate a lot of astrology, Vedic astrology to be specific, into my readings. So I thought, let me just do an intro, because I never do that. I felt called to do it today. So that's the intro for you. Today's reading is, who is your future spouse? So what energy the person will have, what kind of a person they will be. So that's the reading for today. If you like this video, let me know. Leave some comment, or I don't know, do something. I will do a part 2 if you're interested, on what your energy will be like when you meet the person, or how will you meet the person. Something along those lines. If you're interested, please let me know. So let's start the reading for today. These are the cards. We'll start out with... Wait, I think I'm missing. Oh yeah, I'll take these two. So this is the card you chose. We have Nightingale. We have Surprise. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Comic. Probably my favorite card from this deck. I love it. I love cats. Are you a cat person watching this? Maybe your partner will have a cat. I don't know. Or maybe a pet. We have Mountain. So these are the ones that we're starting out with Nightingale. We do have air element. This is connected to speech, even singing. Maybe they are fond of singing. They could have some musical talents. In the very least, they could have sweet speech. They'll be kind with the words. Something about, or maybe they're very romantic, very cute. They flirt a lot. But definitely with the Nightingale, it does make a person romantic. They could be very expressive also. Very talkative. Maybe you communicate a lot. You'll connect through communication, the two of you. And there'll be a lot of feelings also. Nightingale is that energy of feeling a lot of love, feeling romantic, a little bit of hopeless romantic energy. That's Nightingale. And it's obviously sweet, more romantic, sweet energy. It reminds me of Anuradha Nakshatra, which is also one of the, I think it's a Mridu Nakshatra. All the nakshatras have a type. Certain ones are more fierce, and there are certain other ones that are very soft, gentle. So this is the energy I'm picking up here, and I think Anuradha is Mridu, which is soft. So that's the energy I'm getting with Nightingale. Someone you will connect with. It's a bird, so Mercury element, again lots of communication back and forth. You could start out as friends also. Scorpio energy also. Maybe person has Mercury in Scorpio because Anuradha nakshatra falls in Scorpio. So some Scorpio synastry, some Mercury synastry. Here also we have the comic, which is connected to humor, which is Mercury's domain. And here we have 8 of Wands, which usually does talk about, in this context it could mean a lot of texting back and forth, lots of communication, calling, talking to each other. So again, it's more of that communicative thing. So strong Mercury. The person could also have Mercury and Ketu conjunction, maybe Mercury and Mars conjunction, but I'm getting maybe Ketu also because mountains are Ketu. Any like high elevated thing, it's Ketu. We also have this water, moving water. It's making me think of Rahu because vast body of water is Rahu and mountains are Ketu. So some Rahu Ketu conjunction is going on. Maybe in your charts check the synastry, but especially check the Mercury. With 8 of Wands, and also I'm getting Ardra Nakshatra. Why? Because Mercury, first I'm thinking about Mercury signs, and then this lightning bolt is one of the symbols for Ardra, and Ardra falls in Gemini. So maybe some Gemini connection is also there. Something to do with, maybe you have different planets, but in the nakshatra of Anuradha and Ardra, maybe. But yeah, this is like lightning bolt that strikes. There's some spark. There's chemistry right off the bat. You meet the person and you just feel something and it takes you by surprise. We see a surprise here. We see water element here. So this is talking about emotional connection, feelings overflowing, right? And taking you by surprise. This card also always reminds me of Page of Cups because that card is connected with surprise and it's also water element. So person could be maybe younger than you, or they look younger than you. They have that young, bright energy. Or you could be, maybe you met when you were students, or you're studying something in connection with studying, or because pages are connected with that young student energy, or this could also be communication. Pages are connected with communication again. So that is being prominent. Or you could meet maybe at a place, educational place or some library or something like that. You can always take the message and kind of fit it according to your situation. But they could be younger than you, or something about their energy is young and bright and fun. They could have a sense of humor. So they could be very romantic, but at the same time they're funny also. Fond of cats, maybe they send a lot of memes to you, memes back and forth. They could also be like a cat. Maybe sometimes they're a little moody and you kind of have to win them over. I don't know. Something to do with cats or memes or humor. Fun person. Maybe they are someone who likes to first start out with some jokes. Maybe they pull your leg, they roast you instead of flirting with you, and then eventually they kind of charm you a little bit. Something like that. You could meet at someone's birthday also, very specific message. Or maybe you have a mutual friend that has a cat or something like that. I don't know. They could live at a place that's close to the mountains or like a higher elevation with this mountain card coming up. They could be fond of hiking. You know, I usually don't always... I feel like I could talk for an hour if I just... you're like, okay, talk for an hour only on these cards. But usually then I forget because... just today I was pulling this card and I thought of mountain. So maybe the person lives in a mountain area. Usually I just explain the card. I don't even look at the geography. And I miss out on so many messages, I feel. Because, I don't know, I do quick readings. But the thing is, it's just hard. You know, I cannot talk for hours and hours. I feel like the person wants to speak to you a little bit more. That's why I'm kind of ranting. Or I don't know, I'm going off topic. Maybe they're a little... they get diverted easily. But talkative person, fond of talking to you specifically. With mountain, there could be some challenges that you have to meet in your relationship, maybe distance or something like that, but some challenges. Or the person could have that personality where they're like a force to be reckoned with. when they get mad, or I don't know, sometimes the personality switches and you're like, wow, I forgot that they can be serious also, because they're just this fun romantic person all the time. You forget the serious side. So that's one thing. They could also be a person who does really well in their life, career wise, successful person, or they compete really well. They like competing and people kind of respect them, or they just feel like, oh, we have a fierce competitor in this person. That's the energy of the mountain. There's also a specific message here. We see an image in the middle of the mountain which talks about finding the jewels. All the important stuff in a mountain is found in the center of it. So it talks about how the person could have this image on the outside, this funny image or talkative person, but what's really on the inside, the real emotions, only maybe one particular person can get to. I think that's you. It's you standing up there. So there is a depth to this person. Ketu does talk about spiritual enlightenment, or just that detached sense of self where it's all the facade is gone and you see what is at the core of the person. I'm also getting Chitra Nakshatra. So anyway, let's keep going. I pulled specific nakshatra cards. We have Purva Falguni. We have Hasta. Hasta I was already getting from this card, because Hasta is connected to humor, and this card was obviously giving me humor. Purva Falguni falls in Leo. Hasta falls in Virgo, if I'm not wrong. There could be some cusp situation going on, but I think I'm pretty sure it's Virgo. So they could have these two nakshatras. They could be someone who's... It's perfect. Purva Falguni, I didn't even think, but it's a very romantic sort of a flirtatious sort of a nakshatra. It goes perfectly with Nightingale, and Hasta goes perfectly with the comic. So perfect cards came out for you. Let's look at some more astrology cards. You got Pluto. For those of you who follow Western astrology, maybe it'll speak to you, but we already do have Scorpio energy. We have Leo again, so Purva Falguni. We have 10th house. 10th house in Leo gives Scorpio ascendant. So maybe Anuradha nakshatra ascendant. We have Venus, maybe Venus in 10th in the sign of Leo in Purva Falguni. Funny, I actually know a person who has Venus in Leo in the 10th house in Purva Falguni. Maybe it's my pile. Wish me luck. But we have Venus, we have Uranus. You could meet online also. Maybe Uranus, I sometimes do connect with internet and technology. So maybe you meet the person on an online dating app or something. Instagram, who knows. So something like that could be there. A person could make their money through maybe some online means, or they have female clients, or some artistic thing, or something to do with Venus, because it's in 10th. So it may be a career connected to Venus, serving women, or I don't know, something like that. Or artistic also, because Venus is connected to arts. So maybe a comedian or something, a person who posts something on the internet, so social media profile or social media presence, something like that. Leo is connected to 5th house of hobbies also. So that's something I'm getting for sure. And this is also Leo, right? So strong Leo with this person. Maybe they have a Leo ascendant. What else? They could have Venus in the 1st house. Yeah. What else am I getting? Just want to talk about all the different placements that I'm seeing here, just to be clear, So they could maybe have a Capricorn ascendant also with 10th house. That's the natural 10th house, Capricorn. They could have Ketu and Venus maybe together. All these different placements, you can play around with them. But yeah, strong Leo influence, so a person who will be confident, a person who's very particular about what they want. It's the king energy. So someone who maybe has high demands, but who will treat you also with that respect. They'll treat the person like the queen or the king, but they want to be treated that way as well. So they could have high standards. They could be someone who could have that ego also, like, don't disrespect me, I won't like that. You could also meet through work with 10th house. Yeah. So let's keep going. We have next up here worthiness. So maybe one person could feel a little bit unworthy, or it could even be talking about, let's say, person who's been through a few relationships that affected the self-worth, but then the person comes in and kind of helps you heal it. Or one person is struggling in a phase in their love life, and the other person comes in at that point of time, the two of you meet and it's like an instant connection. So that could be a sign for you, for some of you. We have appreciation, very similar to the imagery we had earlier. Number 15. So their love language could be words of encouragement. They could be very romantic, flirtatious. I already said that. See, lots of communication back and forth. Person could be very blunt and honest. They want open communication with you. Maybe even gifting you gifts, because we see a flower here. Maybe they'll get you a flower. Something about that. Here also we have the rose. That's very prominent. So maybe the person will get you flowers. And this is the number 6, which is Venus. The number of Venus again. Here we have manifest and intuition. So we have Mercury element, Mercury moon. Moon is the intuition, Mercury is the magician. So maybe there's some moon Mercury synastry going on. And I think I did say Mercury in the first house maybe. But anyway, I think you can manifest this person. Maybe you are manifesting this person in your life right now. You both could be manifesting your life partner right now. And when you meet the person, your intuition will go off right away. So I think you'll recognize this person. You'll know this is the one for me. And there'll be some crazy stuff happening because you got both the major arcana in this deck. And both are kind of connected to intuition and manifestation. So I feel like you will see certain signs. We have this almost like the two colors of fire and water, that strong attraction, chemistry. We also have this card. For your pile, I picked 3 cards. Usually I was just going with 1, but I felt called to take all 3. 3 popped out. We have 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving. So very equal footing in the connection. Being on the same page. You could be very similar. You could have very similar personalities. Instead of, certain couples that are opposites and they kind of challenge each other. But this is like 2 peas in a pod. Very similar personalities. You could have very similar placements. So instead of oppositions, maybe there's a lot of conjunctions between the planets. And very fair, very, I don't know, it's just a special connection that the two of you will share. And you'll make it work. You'll be equal partners. Very fair, balanced. You'll bring balance into each other's life. There could be some spiritual connection also. Maybe both of you are spiritual and you believe in certain things, and I don't know. Or maybe the one person will teach the other, something like that. We also have this card, spiritual awakening. So maybe one person is going through their spiritual awakening when they meet the other. Or this could get triggered when you meet the person, or having spiritual interests. So maybe talking about spiritual stuff with each other or learning from each other, something like that. Talking about things, ideas, instead of, let's say, discussing people. So yeah, I was getting that earlier also with, I don't know what card that was. But yeah, lots of communication back and forth. Always having something to talk about. We have play here, 2 dolphins. So there's a fun side to this connection also. Both of you could act like kids when you're around each other. Mercury is that element of the child. So maybe childlike quality, or acting like siblings, roasting each other, pulling each other's leg, but also having fun and talking a lot. Very childlike. Maybe there's some inner child healing also going on with this connection. Finally, for tarot, we have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment, highest desires getting fulfilled with this person. So you will get exactly the kind of person that you want. This also goes hand in hand with the intuition and manifest. So manifest the person that you want. Write it down. Maybe write it in a journal or make a list or something about being very specific about what you want. Ask for it and you'll get it. So I think most of you picking this pile also are very particular. You're like, I want this sort of a person. You've made up your mind. So that's what you'll manifest. And emotional connection, Cups card, right? We have Hierophant. So again, and this is talking about commitment, relationship, love, something that's real, something that's something that you can depend on. It's more tangible, it's not just emotional, it's material. You'll feel it, you'll experience it. We have Page of Swords. So I do sometimes connect it with internet, online, spying on each other, something like that. Maybe one person has feelings for the other, they hold it back though, because Page of Swords can sometimes talk about being a little unclear about, not unclear, but not expressing your emotions and feelings right off the bat. So maybe gathering some information, just getting a sense of how the person feels about them. But maybe you could connect through the internet. There could be a lot of feelings, but the two of you might take a little bit of time to express that. But there will be a strong connection with the Hierophant, and you'll learn a lot from each other. This is a spiritual connection. Hierophant, Jupiter energy. There could be some Jupiter synastry also going on. One person could have a Jupiter ascendant or moon. But yeah, this is about learning lessons and learning a lot from each other. So that spiritual awakening and all those spiritual connotations that I was picking up earlier, I think it goes perfectly with this card, where it's and Taurus energy. Maybe Taurus ascendant or Taurus D9 for some of you. But you will feel such a strong connection with this person. It will be undeniable. You will know that this is the one. And I think the person will kind of trigger you to become a better version of yourself. You will do the same for the other person, and you'll grow together. And you'll just, I don't know, you'll form a very strong bond, is what I'm getting. And it'll take a little bit of time to express it. I think there could also be a fear of rejection, because there's such strong feelings that you'll be like, okay, I'm not sure if the person likes me or not. So that's why maybe there could be a delay there. But anyway, strong connection. I love this pile the most out of the three. Don't tell the other two. But I just, I don't know why I wanted to say that. I love this energy of this reading. So yeah, I hope it resonated with you. Let me know what's your opinion on it. Leave your comments. If you like my videos, you want to support my channel, please consider becoming a member. I'm going to be posting more videos on astrology soon. I'm starting a new series on how to heal your planets. So if you're interested, join the tier 3 on my membership. Or if you're not interested, you can still join to support the channel. It's up to you. And if you're looking to book a reading with me, you can find the links in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.